I feel like Howie Roseman and Nick Sirianni, they've been moving like the mafia
Mm-hmm.
at those meetings, man. Howie Roseman has a sidebar. It's been reported that Howie Roseman and the VP for the Philadelphia Eagles, they had a sideline conversation or a sidebar conversation with Sean McDermott and Sean McVay, head coach of the Bills and the Rams, respectively. And word is it was a spirited conversation. And interestingly enough, McVay and McDermott are both on the competition committee, so they have influence.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think it's funny how Nick Sirianni, he came out and just called it what it was. I'll be honest. I love the way he called it out. He basically said, "Listen, Jonathan Gannon, Shane Steichen, Kellen Moore, and I don't care what nobody talking about. I better get y'all votes.
Right.
I better get y'all votes because y'all ate off this play. I put y'all in position.
Right.
I hired y'all. I gave y'all the keys. I made y'all valuable assets to the Colts, to the Cardinals, to the Saints, respectively. Y'all don't get where y'all are without the success of this play. So let's just call it what it is. So I expect 4 votes. Those 3 including the Philadelphia Eagles, obviously. So he said I should have 4 automatic votes. I should. And I like the way Nick is swinging his weight around. Nick is a Super Bowl champion.
Right.
Nick has a career winning percentage over 70% for the regular season, over 60% for the playoffs, Super Bowl champion. Only thing missing from the resume is a coach of the year, but they like to undercut him for that because they feel like he benefits from the GM or the roster. What coach doesn't? What coach doesn't benefit from having a good GM? What coach doesn't benefit from having a good roster, right? A coach is only as good as their roster for the most part. So I just love the way Nick and how we're swinging their weight around, especially Nick, man, because Nick is already a brazen individual. He's already brash. He's already super confident in himself. He got that East Coast energy in him. And now that he got a Super Bowl ring.
East Coast energy. I ain't never heard that.
I'm just saying, like people say when you from like New York, Philly, the city, like when you from like East Coast cities, like there's a harshness that comes with being from cold states or being from cold cities. There's a harshness that come with that. A lot of Italian, demographics on the East Coast, New York, Philly, Connecticut, so on and so forth. But he just got that energy. Now he got a Super Bowl ring to add on to it. Come on now. Now you can't say shit to him. You can't. And it's funny, Sean McVay, he trying to play both sides of the fence, if you notice. He's saying, hey, I mean,
ain't nobody seeing through that.
He said, I don't want to sound like I'm hating, but it's just not a visually pleasing play. I love what Jeffrey Lurie said. Jeffrey Lurie said, what's visually pleasing is irrelevant to the conversation.
Exactly.
It's irrelevant to the conversation. I don't give a fuck what's pretty to you. You know what I mean? And I'm paraphrasing, but I love the way the Eagles, Jeffrey Lurie, Howie Roseman, Nick Sirianni, I love how lockstep they are in this process, and they're not backing down.
Right. And I feel like they, like you said, they not backing down. Like Howie Roseman, hotel lobby on some Pop Smoke energy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We could talk on the side, meet me in the hotel lobby. I heard y'all trying to ride me. You know what I'm saying? But and Nick putting his foot down with Shane and company. And Shane Steichen even said, yeah, Nick told me that. And he's right. I'm behind the tush push. So we already know we got all them votes. What's up, LB?
Oh no, he was getting his hair done. No, I ain't trying to hear none of that. No, he was talking. Symone, he was talking about furniture. He was getting his hair done.
I wasn't getting my hair done.
You can think it just like I'm thinking because I had the exact same thought.
That's growth. That's growth right there. See, y'all know I could put the ponytail, man. That's growth right there. But man. These people done pissed me off with this furniture, talking about it don't fit through the door. We can leave it in the garage. You could try if you want. I'm gonna take this shit back and get my money back.
Not you can try if you want.
Yeah, that was so offensive to me,
bro. The customer service people be rude these days.
Be wild, and you know what's crazy, yo? He didn't even bring it up the steps to try. He in the driveway with a tape measure. Oh yeah, it's not gonna fit. What? You're not gonna try? All right, leave my property and send my money back, man.
Oh,
wow, that's crazy.
Don't make no sense.
Damn. But other than that, though, how you feeling, big bro? How you feeling?
I'm cool. I'm cooling, man. I got no complaints, man.
I feel you. I feel you
no
feeling like a champ, got the work badge on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't want nobody, calling my employer on me. I'll be talking crazy, y'all. But take that off,
Oh man.
Red
Yo, Symone, like what you think office LB is like? My man probably be super amicable to the clients. You know what I mean?
I got my own office. Don't nobody come in there.
I feel like LB probably like me, like just low key. I be trying to be out the way as much as possible.
Bruh,
I be so out the way that some people don't even know I be there.
Bro, my boss don't even bother me, bro. He don't.
I be trying to limit as much interaction that I have to have with people, but that's just my Virgo. I'm not an interactor. I be trying to limit.
I'm not. If we see, I do things that make people talk. I work in the DC area, so I got on all the Super Bowl shit. They got to say something when they see me. You know what I mean? So they have to say something.
What did he say?
I don't. Yeah, I'm not like I ain't really like chatty like that though. I be having like 13,000 things on my mind. I'm just about the objective, and I'm going home. That's what a lot of people need to understand. A lot of people be like, "Oh, we got this, we got that." You're going home at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
You're going home. You're only here for a few hours. Why are you upset? You don't live here. You don't sleep here. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I looked at a couple of tasks I had coming up. Okay. I ain't gonna die. I'm leaving at 3:30.
I'm leaving.
Right. I'm going home. Shit, I ain't no hostage.
Yeah, that's funny, man. But no, LB, it's funny. This tush push or brotherly shove conversation is getting real interesting because me and Symone was talking about it. They reportedly had 16 teams vote in support of banning the play. They need what? 8 more, Symone? They need 8 more?
They need 24, yeah.
They need 24. So I want to get your thoughts on this whole situation because it's clearly gaining steam. They weren't successful the first go around, but for some reason they're tabling it and they're pushing it back to another date, which makes me feel like it's a conspiracy. They're really trying to get this thing banned. The NFL is really not a fan of this. I'm not feeling it, but let me get your perspective on this.
It's weak. It's weak, and I'm looking at everybody funny in the light. I want to know all 16 teams. I do, because 16 going to turn into 20 now that they're giving it more time to breathe. So it's going to be about 20 teams. They're gonna get their wish. I think they're going to ban it. I'm gonna keep it 100. I think it's weak because the reasoning for it is spiteful, is jealous. It's just some hater stuff, bro. It's some hater stuff, and it don't surprise me that it's the Bills that's doing the most crying when I in hindsight when I look about it, because every other year a new rule is changed in favor of the Bills. Now they want to do electronic monitoring of where the ball is at because Josh Allen couldn't get an inch with the tush push. You know what I mean? So now they want to do they want to remove the chain gang and do some type of aerodynamic electric physics to get a closer look at what's going on now, right? Then they changed the overtime rule for the Bills because Josh Allen ain't never get the ball that year. They do a lot to help these quarterbacks who they say are the guys but can never show that they the guy. And and taking the tush push away from Jalen Hurts, it's not going to really change how the Eagles do business. Saquon just going to have 20 rushing touchdowns. Like,
I love the way you put that though. Like the fact that they're changing these rules in favor of. And see, it's so funny, right? The Eagles, they proposed the new overtime rule, right? But that's the Eagles trying to get back to the game. The Eagles trying to get, because remember, one of the most infamous games was that Buccaneers-Chiefs game where the Buccaneers had them on the ropes and it came down to a coin flip and the Buccaneers never touched the ball. Like, a lot of people felt like the Buccaneers would have won that game. But I think it's funny how the Eagles, when they propose a rule change, they trying to serve everybody. They trying to make sure everybody get a fair crack at this thing. You know what I mean? The Eagles didn't play no overtime games this season. They ain't play none. But they say, you know what? We saw that game and we ain't like that. We want to make sure everybody got a crack at this egg. You feel me?
We got to stop doing that. We got to stop caring. We got to stop caring about other people's issues. You know what I'm saying? We're the Super Bowl champs. Like, I was thinking about this yesterday, y'all. Really, who should we be respecting?
I don't respect
besides the Chiefs. But besides the Chiefs, who else is respectable? Let's think about it.
Why should I respect them either? No disrespect. But why I gotta respect them? I'm
gonna tell you why we should respect the Chiefs. Because it's been the Eagles and the Chiefs in the last 2 Super Bowls in the last 3 years. I respect the Chiefs. We stopped the 3-peat. You know what I'm saying? Who else should we be respecting?
Look, they creating a monster. That's all I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that part.
The
that
Eagles,
part.
they don't be bothering nobody. Nick don't be
That
bothering nobody. Howie don't be bothering nobody. Everybody bothering them. You know what I'm saying? They are gonna create a monster. Take away our play that we can thrive without. A play we can thrive without. Take that G away just because you want to be petty.
Don't nobody thrive off bulletin board material more than the Philadelphia Eagles. It's well documented. Why would you want to give bullies bulletin board material? Just when we thought it was nothing else we could go for, now it's all about shutting people up again, coming off of a Super Bowl win. Why would you want to give bullies bulletin board material? If you tell Scotland and them that you're taking away the tush push, you think they're not going to come out angry, physical, nasty, and thirsty this year? Determined to run the ball down everybody's throat with Saquon Barkley? Why would you give us bulletin board material? I love it. Take it away, bro. Take it away. Take away the tush push, bro. Take it away.
And it just so happens that two of the teams who are trying to lead the charge here, the Eagles smacked them up twice. They smacked them up twice. The Packers and the Rams. Yeah. Here's the thing. Like the Packers
are a joke.
The Packers are a joke. The Rams are a joke. The Packers, they even more joke because they the one that threw their hat into the arena trying to push the rule up, right? And they mad because we got their season off to a bad start, and we ended their season. That's what it is.
Jordan Love attempted it. He looked goofy and weak and frail.
And
Josh Allen looked goofy. They all look goofy.
And they asked Sean McDermott, they was like, what are you gonna do since you use the tush push? What are you gonna do after you vote to ban it? And he talking about use some variation of it.
Huh?
So it's just pettiness.
They lost in the championship week because they couldn't successfully do it. They tried like 3 times.
Yeah, he said we're gonna.
Yeah, they tried. I think
they
total
gonna try
5 times.
Variations.
I think they tried a total of 5 or 7 times in that game. They only were successful, I think, maybe 2 or 3 times.
That's why you should keep it, because it's not as automatic as you say it is. And then you got guys like Chase Daniels who's saying keep it, but let's not let the Eagles run it on 3rd and 1, and not let them run it inside the 5. What?
Then what's the point of it?
Exactly. So we're not allowed to use the tush push on 3rd and 1? But that don't even make sense.
The basis of the play is to get a yard.
Because if it's 3rd and 1, we're gonna run it twice and we're gonna get it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? They just how about play better 1st and 2nd down defense?
Exactly. I love how they're just trying to exclude what happens on 1st and 2nd down. I love how they're trying to exclude what happens on 3rd down. Don't allow the opponent to get in short yard. That's the name of the game. The name of the game is keep yards away for the opponent, keep the opponent from converting 1st downs, keep the opponent from scoring. But guess what? If you can't stop somebody from scoring, that's on you. What we gonna start
on you?
What we gonna start banning? Like touchdowns because like guys can't stop it? You know what I'm saying? Like that, I'm gonna be honest with you. Even the overtime rules, I feel like even though I understand why they're doing it, I don't want like overtime changes because personally, defense is just as important as offense. My thing is, hey, if you lose the coin flip, all right, defense, go get the stop. Go get the stop.
I like the overtime. I feel like the overtime rules should be the same in the regular season and the playoff. So if that's the rule in the playoff, I feel like it should be that in the regular.
Was it always that? Was it always like that?
So it's different in the playoffs. So both teams got to get the ball in the playoffs.
It was
in the playoffs, because you can't have no ties. So they got to make sure both teams touch the ball. But my thing is, matter of fact, I think they changed the playoff rules because of Josh Allen the first time.
It won't be no tie.
No. But what I'm saying is, you're right. It won't be no tie. Technically, my bad. They changed the overtime rules. I think within the past 5 or 6 years because of Josh Allen again.
Right.
They changed it in the playoffs for Josh Allen, and then now they taking those rules and applying them to the regular season. The only difference is it's 10 minutes in the regular season, and I think it's 15 minutes in the playoffs.
I think that they should both get the ball in the regular season. That's how the game is played, with 2 sides of the ball, offense and defense. Once you get to the overtime, both teams are stripped of one side of the ball. I feel like it should be the same. Like,
so hold them to the field goal. The field goal don't win you the game. Remember that. The field goal don't win you the game. So defense, get a stop. Hold them to a field goal. Offense, go get a touchdown. That's your chance.
Only the touchdown win you the game, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So my thing is, again, I feel like this decision to allow both teams to possess the ball, in some kind of way, it's devaluing the importance of defense. Just how the new kickoff rule, right? If you kick a touchback, it automatic at the 35-yard line.
Automatic. I hate that one, but I like it at the same time. I hate that you're giving away that many yards. I like it because it's putting money in somebody's pocket. Because it's going to be a lot of kick. It's going to be a lot of
pressure on defense, right? It's putting pressure on defense.
No, it's not putting pressure on the defense. It's making special teams very, very important. Like special team aces are going to start getting paid now because guys are going to run the ball out now. They're going to run the ball out now because guys are going to kick the ball in play to avoid the 35 yards.
That part.
So tackling is going to be very, very important. It's going to be very important that your third string linebacker who's playing special teams is a tackling ace. You know what I mean? It's going to be very important. But at the same time, increasing more kick returns makes the play way more dangerous than the tush push. So
stay there. I'm so glad you went there. Stay there because that's the thing. They claim that the tush push can compromise players health wise. They claim it's to prevent injuries. That's what they claim. The tush push, we got to stop that play because we need to prevent injuries of this nature, right? But when you change the kickoff rules and you reward offenses at the 35-yard line if the special teams kicks it out of play, so now you're encouraging more kickoff returns because kickers are going to try to kick it in play now. So now you're encouraging more returns, meaning that the whole reason we tried to change the kickoff rules is because we were trying to limit injuries, correct? Right. So now we ask ourselves, is it really about the injuries or is it about the play? Because let's be honest about this. They want to claim they want to prevent injuries in this game, but y'all already on the cusp of adding an 18th game.
Exactly.
Are y'all going to add?
Go ahead.
Are y'all going to add another bye week? Are y'all going to do anything to protect? Are y'all going to expand the rosters? See, they talking out both sides of their mouths. Y'all claim y'all trying to protect players by getting rid of the tush push, but y'all also encouraging kickoff returns where a lot of injuries happen.
It's nothing to do with injuries. It was already stated in that document from ESPN. Some NFL execs saying it's jealousy, it's pettiness, it's hate. That's all it is. They see us popping and they want to get to stopping it. They hate to see us popping shit. That's all it is. They're hiding behind this injury thing when there's no injury data. Well, it could result in an injury. Every play could result in an injury. It has nothing to do with injuries, bruh. They just hate to see us shining, bruh. It's so freaking sad. And the worst part about it is they take the tush push away from us. That's not going to change none of their deficiencies. Taking the tush push from us is not going to solve Raheem Morris's hot seat problem. It's not going to solve Mike Tomlin's hot seat problem. It's not going to solve Josh Allen's Patrick Mahomes problem. It's not going to solve none of their actual problems that they need to be spending this offseason working on.